Hey everybody, this is Raphael over at Anaheim Automation, and in today's tutorial we will be showing you how to create your first project as well as create an Android virtual device. So let's go ahead and open up Eclipse. So we currently have no projects in our Package Explorer, so let's create a new one. So let's go to right click, New, Project. Let's select Android project. Next. Let's name this project Hello World. Next, so this is going to be available for any device Android 2.1 or higher. So that's the minimum SDK target that a device can operate on. So this is going to run on Android 2.1 or higher. So let's go ahead and click next. Let's name our package com.anaheimautomation.hello world. Let's click finish. Wait for it to finish loading. It's finished loading, so let's go ahead and open it up. Let's go to our resources folder, open up our layout folder, and open our main.xml. This is our main layout. Every new project you create will by default have a layout called main.xml. Now main.xml is your very first activity, which you can change it to be your last, fifth, or whatever you want. You can configure this however you want. But upon opening this, you see that this kind of looks like a phone. You know, you have your Wi-Fi connection here, your battery, something typically that your phone would have. So you see here we have Hello World activity. So in order to launch this, we either need a device or we need an Android virtual device. So let's go ahead and create an Android virtual device by going to our AVD manager, and let's create a new one. So we're going to call this 2.1 device. The target platform is going to be 2.1 or higher. Our SD card is going to be 100 megabytes, and we're all set. So let's create this AVD. And let's close this for now. So now we can go ahead and run this. So let's go to right click, run as Android application. So here we go. Launches our 2.1 AVD, and just like a real device, this does take a minute or two to boot, maybe 10. Word of advice, if you are working from your AVD, do not exit out of it, because you don't want to go through the whole boot process again, especially if it does take forever on your computer. So once this is done, we should see the same screen that we saw in our main.xml file. Finally, our AVD is done loading and our application is running. So you see Hello World activity. Now if I want, I can go ahead and change that text, no problem. So you know, each layout has a graphical layout and a main.xml. The main.xml is really just the code that corresponds to the graphical layout, so they work hand in hand. So let's open up the main.xml file. And you see here it's really just a text view, and right here the text that it has within the text view is @string/hello. So what @string means is that it's being pulled from the values folder file strings.xml. And what hello means is the name of the string. So let's open up strings.xml, and you see name is hello and hello world activity. That's exactly what our screen says. So let's go ahead and change this and put Anaheim automation rocks. So now let's go ahead and save this and run this app. It's the same app, just configured differently. Go ahead and so it closes that activity down up and opens up a new one that says hello world Anaheim automation rocks. And this was much quicker than having to close this and then running it again. So like I said, I really recommend that you don't close this if you're working with the AVD. A reason to not work with the AVD as opposed to a device is that the AVD doesn't let you access some of the Android capabilities, such as Bluetooth. So I work heavily with Bluetooth, so I hardly ever use the AVD. But if I'm trying to run something simple, just like changing an activity or just making a demo program, I may use the AVD. But generally, I like to use an actual device, which our next tutorial will show you how to do that. So thanks for listening. That concludes today's tutorial.